I started writing songs when I was in high school, and it came after some interest in writing poetry. And it was really about expressing, I think what a lot of songwriters have is what's inside their heart and their soul. So I would think how I approach it is really organic. Anytime I've tried to push something that wasn't really heartfelt, usually doesn't come out as good as whenever I'm just kind of naturally letting what wants to come out to come out. When I first started doing music, I was in bands, and I was in a band called Falling Andes out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I was really proud of that band. We put out 2 EPs, which you can actually check out, and it was a co-writing experience between the whole band, but mainly between me and one of my main musical collaborators, a great friend from high school by the name of Jordan Wood. Some of the past songs that I have from different music projects that I really enjoy and I still perform come from my band Falling Andes, and one of them is Frantic, and actually got the idea for the song from a cassette tape, Frantic, the movie with Harrison Ford, with the person I co-wrote it with, Howard Brumberg, and I still love playing that song.
I'm feeling frantic, the way I come, the way you go. Let's make some magic, wave a wand and you show. Don't let me lose this time, I miss the summer, you're so pure. I'm feeling frantic, your ghost was knocking at my door. You're knocking at my door. I'm feeling frantic, the way I'm knocked, the way I see your eyes, so blue. I'm feeling down and sick, the way I make a move, it's so smooth.
Another song from Falling Andes, which is kind of ironic in a way, is called San Francisco. And I wrote this when I was living in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, my home city. And I was inspired to write it by learning about the story of the 1906 earthquake in San Francisco. And there was these filmmakers called the Miles, I think they were called the Miles Brothers, sorry if I'm getting that incorrect, but they had one of the first cameras and they put on a trolley down Market Street. And you saw all of these people walking down the street. It's very historic and very interesting to see. And then I think like 2 days later or later that week, the San Francisco earthquake of 1906 happened, and that entire area burned up. And a lot of those people probably died, unfortunately. Luckily, the Miles Brothers, they sent that film to New York to have it processed. So we still have that footage of what it was like on Market Street before the 1906 earthquake. So the song San Francisco is about the people in that video, the people that died, and trying to remember that historic event.
In 1906, you see a more happy face, a more simple time. Black and white and silent, I can still hear you. I will make sure it's the same for everyone. A trip through Market Street, God bless the lost, we sing for you. Oh no, oh no. A trip through Market Street, I will play.
So some people have asked me about me being an astrophysicist and also a singer-songwriter, and how do those two things coincide? Well, one way that I think it does is that I do have this cosmic perspective on our place in the universe. You know, I think of Carl Sagan's famous pale blue dot, thinking about this dot in space that you can look at from the orbit of Saturn, where it's just literally this pixel, this blue pixel on a screen. And he so eloquently, as a poet, really says that we are, you know, everything that we've ever had, the entire history of Earth, and you know, all the wars and all the good things and the bad things, and everybody who's ever lived and ever was lived on this little dot in space. And it really puts into perspective, you know, who we are and what we do, and really makes the wars that we fight and how we treat each other poorly really petty. So I like to keep that in mind when I write songs. I also performed this song, one of the many new ones I've written this past year, called Stars in the Sky. And that's actually a brand new song that is also has that cosmic perspective that I was talking about in it. So it has that the idea of us being on Earth, you know, as this one species, and you know, trying to put into perspective all, you know, our petty differences and fighting with each other. And you know, there's hints of like climate change and wars that we fight, and nuclear war even in the bridge. I talk about that possibility, and the chorus, you know, with all the stars in the sky, you know, is basically, you know, with all these countless stars, will we learn? Will we get better? And that's I think a question that's, you know, left up to, you know, up to you and to us.
If we live on this planet in the deep abyss, then why did it come to this? We kill, we fight, we destroy our homes. Things have got out of control. With all the stars in the sky, think we learn, we diversify. But here we are, our house is on fire, we picture the choir. Oh, no, no. No, no. No, no. No, no. We have to solve this. If we claim in peace for all mankind, then why do the bombs still drop? Mass destruction at our fingertips. Will we make it through the night? With all the stars in the sky, we think we learn, we diversify. But here we are, our house is on fire, we preach to the choir. Oh, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no. We have to solve this. With all the stars in the sky, you think we learn, we diversify, but here we are, our house is on fire, we preach to the choir. With all the stars in the sky, you think we learn, we diversify.
My song Sync was the first song I released, and this song was a song that I wrote and produced out of years of being away from music. And I produced it all on my own and then sent it out to a mixer and master that I found on soundbetter.com. Mario Borgata, I think is his name. It was actually co-written with one of my really good friends from high school, Dan Ross, and him and I tried to write songs in high school, and him and I have kind of like a synergy and stuff. And when him and I worked on this, we actually worked on it from a distance. He lives in North Carolina and I'm in California, and we started on Zoom. He came up with the chord progression, and then I came up with the melody and some initial lyrics, and kind of bounced ideas off of each other. Then I left, and I was up really late one night, and I finished all the lyrics and most of the melody, and then came back with him, and we kind of polished it off. And it's actually inspired by the meaning behind it is about feeling lost in life, and about finding that special person that helps you to be found and to not be lost anymore, to sink into your arms. And that special person is my partner in life. And the themes in it actually have a cosmic theme too. Themes of science and physics intertwined in some of the lyrics that you might catch if you read into it. DJ Stonebridge, who was Grammy nominated and has worked with a lot of big artists. I think recently he actually did a remix of Reba McEntire's song. He did a remix of my song Sync, and it's a dance pop, almost kind of EDM-like remix, which is really interesting because I would never think of producing something like that. But man, it's awesome, and he might even play it on his satellite radio show on SiriusXM BPM.
Drifting out into nothingness. What's my future? Will I last? Cosmic impacts and randomness. She spotted me and we collide. Sink into your arms. Sink into your arms. What did you do to make original?
Performing live is, I think, one of the most important things that musical artists need to do. And one of the most famous examples that people bring up is the Beatles. The Beatles played in club basically every night of the week in England, and that's how they got their chops. They really just played all the time. And thinking about my own history in performing live, back when I used to play in the bands that I was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Falling Andes as an example, when we first started playing live shows, I would get such bad anxiety that I couldn't breathe, and I couldn't hold my guitar pick, and I would mess up all the time, and that started to go away after time. And I still get a little bit of nerves. I think a little bit of nervous is good, but when it's too much nervousness that you can't hold your guitar pick, or you can't remember your lyrics, then that's not a good level of anxiety to have. So, the best way I think to defeat that is to practice getting in front of people, and you do get better too. I don't think you ever play as well at first when you're performing in front of people as you would do at home until you get that experience. And then after you get that experience, I think you probably perform better live because then you're feeding off that energy of the environment and the people that are there with you. But it's one of those like really special songs to me that kind of came together and just feels right and just has like the feeling that I really wanted to put out there. And I'm going to record it as an acoustic song. It's going to be really stripped down, just me and the guitar and vocal. And it's called I'm Sorry I Didn't See You at All. And that will come out either late summer or sometime in the early fall.
I never saw you, you stood there watching me, an open gate, I was chasing dreams. You followed every step, gave me freedom, I was pulling at the seam. She walks inside of my fire, pouring love that I can't seem to see. And here I am, just sitting, staring at the wall. I'm sorry, I didn't see you at all. Drifting out into nothingness. What's my future? Will I